Hello and welcome to Round Robin. Normally, I'm your host, Robin McCormick with the City of Hampton's Communications Department, but we're actually going to turn the tables today, and I'm going to be interviewed by Edward Sean Robinson, who interned with the marketing department this summer, and he gets a chance to be the one asking the questions. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Robin. How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, it's does it feel a little weird being in the other chair right now, or?
It does. I'm more nervous than usual. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, I'm a little nervous too, but I'm feeling good right now.
Good.
So exactly, for those who may just be tuning in, what's your title for the City of Hampton Marketing Department?
Oh, I have a couple of different titles. Communications Strategist is the official title. You could also call me the Director of Marketing.
Okay, so could you give us a brief summary of your duties, I guess, as the marketing strategist?
The marketing department does basically most of the communications with our residents, and also some who aren't residents but maybe want to come to some of our events. So we're in charge of the city's website, all the social media, all the media relations, signage, things that really tell the community what we have going on. The e-newsletters, this TV show, this whole station, in fact. So any way that we can tell residents, here's what's going on in Hampton. That's kind of what we do.
Interesting. So you're really modernizing, because as you know, there's been an evolution of the way that people receive their information. So you're really kind of modernizing the way that people receive the information about the city. Is that correct?
Well, we have to keep modernizing because people are modernizing. And if we don't, we get lost. And I noticed, when I came here, the main source of information that our residents said about the city of Hampton was the daily press, and then TV stations, commercial TV stations. And since then, really the tables have turned. If you look at the graphs, websites and social media have been increasing and traditional media have been decreasing. Yes. So my department used to mostly interact with the media, who would then tell the story. And now, really this year in our Citizens Satisfaction Survey, for the very first time, our website is the #1 way people get information about the city of Hampton. And I'm really proud of that because we can get it to them directly and much faster without having to go through third parties all the time.
Wow, that's really interesting. I imagine something like that takes a lot of experience and background. So would you mind giving us a little bit of your professional background?
Well, now, see, in a lot of ways, it's not a perfect fit. I'm a newspaper reporter at heart. I've wanted to be in newspapers since I was in the seventh grade. 7th grade, junior high newspaper editor, high school newspaper editor, college newspaper editor, political science major, but very, very interested. Really, I think the connection is in telling stories that are interesting and in also filtering information in a way that helps people make sense of it. So I was with the Daily Press for almost 30 years, actually started with the Times-Herald. For those people out there who are old enough to remember the Times-Herald, it was the afternoon newspaper.
I don't remember it.
Came to work at 5:30 in the morning and put out a paper every day by noon that was on the street. So did that for a little while. I was business editor, features editor, started some alternative publications, gardening magazines, some other lifestyle magazines. Did a lot of different things for the Daily Press. Actually was involved in the Daily Press's first website many, many years ago. So I guess it did evolve from, newspaper reporter to multimedia, mostly over the span of the Daily Press.
Okay, all right. So you really have to be good at being able to disseminate through information, things like that, with your experience and your job. So exactly what would you say is, how vital would you say that the marketing department's role is to the City of Hampton's daily operations?
I think it's essential. And the problem is, we're not, we're not the main doers. But if you don't tell people what's out there, they don't know. And so when the planning department is working on a community plan or things where they need citizen input, which is almost everything, or when the parks department has one of their great series, at the beach or the family movie night, if you don't tell people what's going on, then they don't know and they don't show up, and they're not getting the most for their tax dollars. And when it comes to the important issues and strategic vision that City Council is setting, we have to explain those initiatives so people understand and also help them have a voice in the city. I mean, that's the other thing that we do. I should have said this. Communications is part of it, marketing is part of it, but outreach is actually in our department name. And what we try to do is get citizen views on what is going on.
So interesting. So exactly, this sounds like a big task to do alone. I imagine you have an elite squadron of people who are just ready to tackle and spread this communication throughout the city. So could you tell us a little bit about your, I guess, fellow...
The team, right.
Yeah, the team.
Well, you know, because you've been part of the team this summer, and you were kind of an experiment in how we can use interns and people with a lot of energy and who connect maybe with a different audience than I connect with, to help get the word out and to help increase, in particular, the number of people that are on our e-newsletter list. Because fundamentally, we can notify those people in a heartbeat, whether it's hurricane news and preparations or whether it's a big announcement of economic impact, I know, or whether it's something fun. So yes, and you've been a part of that. And we do have Dacia Hollis, who's our webmaster. We have Jonathan Cole, who's a graphic artist. Something that's a little different, we reorganized, and Brian Marchese is in charge of social media and does some of our videos. Fred Gaskins, who I used to work with at the Daily Press, is the other writer and does a lot of our written communications and speeches and things. Amber Callahan is our project manager. She keeps everything together. And Brianna Venner's the newest member, and she's our outreach person and works more with pulling in the community and helping us disseminate those partner groups that the city works with, neighborhood associations, the faith community, the schools, the things that aren't city departments but are crucial to the fabric of our city.
Yes, I've had an opportunity to actually work with all of them, and it was outstanding. I mean, being able to interact with the citizens and sign them up for e-news, I mean, I really enjoyed it. E-news seems like a valuable asset to our community. I mean, you're really figuring out everything that's going on, and I don't know, it's kind of exciting just being a part of that, seeing the role that marketing actually plays in the city of Hampton.
You don't think of it necessarily. It's not at the top of your mind. You know, you think public safety and those, infrastructure and roads. But again, if you're not telling people which roads are closed, what's due for repairs, how to take care of their ditches, things that are important to their lives, those people are out there working and nobody knows. So what we are really is the glue, I think, between the citizens and the city departments that help each side understand the other and help them work together better.
And there's also, you guys are also running the mayor's chats as well, and the chats with the...
Again, social media is so important. And so every Tuesday at noon, people can come to the website, it's hampton.gov/chat, and we'll have the mayor or a top city official that you can ask questions of without leaving your chair. You can sit there at work and dial in on your lunch hour, or you can watch it later and scroll through to see if there's things that are of interest to you.
So something like that can be really vital to closing that gap between the citizens and the council, just bringing everybody together.
Well, how many times do you get to ask the mayor a question right there?
Straight up,
yeah, it's easy. It can be about anything. Sometimes we have themes, but usually it's an open forum.
Hey, I think I'm gonna sign in and ask him what he had for dinner last night. I'm just playing.
No, that's been done. The previous mayor's son used to occasionally ask her, "Mom, what's for dinner?" So yeah, it's a very informal way to communicate.
Well, Robin, it's been a pleasure being your intern and serving. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Sean, and I hope you learned a lot. I know marketing isn't necessarily where you want to go as a career, but public service is, and you had some chance to have a little fun and understand all different aspects of the city and what we do.
Thank you, Robin, for being on the show today. Really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of Round Robin. It was my pleasure to host the show today, and I hope you tune in next time for some more information on the city of Hampton. Take care.